All right, can everybody hear me? All right. Today is September 24th, 2015. This is the CFTA Business Partner Showcase. And I'm Scott Friend, and I'd like to thank all of you for attending, for joining us today. Today's webinar is being recorded. Both the recording and the slides will be made available on the CFTA website. The presentation is estimated to run 25 minutes with the remaining time dedicated for questions and answers. Feel free to send any questions using the questions dialog box either during the presentation or add it to the queue or save it till the end. I want to extend a special thank you to today's presenters, Richard Koochagian, and Richard serves as the Director of Educational Practice for PenBay Solutions LLC, and Ben Yetman, the Director of Solutions Development for PenBay LLC. Their presentation is on the Envision software, solves mission-critical facilities management and public safety challenges for higher education institutes. Richard and Ben, thank you so much for being here today. I'll go ahead and turn it over to Richard. Richard, go ahead.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate it. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for attending today's CFTA showcase, where we'll be highlighting how PenBay's Envision products can help solve many of your organization's complex facilities challenges. As mentioned, my name is Richard Koochagian, and as an architect, I have a deep experience in both facilities management and the application of technology to support facilities business processes. With me is Ben Yetman, who has a strong technology background and is a creative force in advancing the development of Envision and its use in the marketplace. To begin our presentation, I'm going to spend just a few minutes providing an overview of some of the challenges faced by higher education institutions and how our Envision products align with those to address them. Ben will then give us a tour of the Envision products and then a variety of solutions that it supports. To finish things off, we will have a brief question and answer period. With only less than 30 minutes to go, we need to get started. So, where we wanted to start today is with our experience. We've identified that facilities are a critical component for any higher education institution, particularly in meeting its goals. These goals and missions typically encompass the facilitation of learning and the conducting of research to prepare students to be valued contributors to the marketplace and the community. They are also focused on improving our knowledge of society's critical issues of the day and serve as a birthplace for ideas and solutions and whatnot for solving these problems. The facilities play a key role in achieving these missions. They provide all of these environments for learning and research. They attract top students and faculty to the institutions. They attract funding such as grants and corporate support that help fund the engine of education. They also encourage alumni donations, and they provide amenities and environments that enhance not only student and faculty life, but also the community as a whole. These facilities also, however, represent a long-term commitment, considerable cost if they're not utilized or optimized, significant investment in construction, and as well the recurring and continued expense to operate and secure them over their lifetime. What can greatly assist organizations in their effort to live up to their facilities responsibilities is information. Readily available, easily accessible, and singular in source, data, efficient and effective use and management of an organization's portfolio. What we have found through all of the universities that we have worked with over the years is that they have a need to communicate public information. And if you go to many university public websites, you'll find artifacts such as these where you have visitor maps or bike maps, accessibility maps for ADA, routing. Parking is always a big issue on campuses, and people want to find the places they can legitimately park. Unfortunately, most of these types of data are created through a variety of departments using a variety of tools, and they aren't leveraging the singular data sources that make these things easily maintained and totally accurate. Additionally, with interior or internal needs, there are things such as asset management, space management, those sorts of things, where there's even greater need for singular and authoritative information to run the university. Again, these systems are usually served by a variety of disparate enterprise systems, each of which has their own data silos. And these data silos typically carry duplication of data necessary to support this information. And so being able to publish and create and utilize information from singular sources is a very large problem within the university environment. Our InVision solution is focused on just this problem. We believe that we should be able to use location as an organizing principle to help manage the data that is necessary to manage facilities. Inherently, facilities, the college campus, the buildings, the spaces, all have a geospatial relationship to each other, and the more that we can understand that in our day-to-day operations and in the way that we organize information, whether it's tabular in nature or from a variety of these data systems, the more we have trust in the information, the more accuracy that we can have to provide the best type of responses and analysis to make those decisions. And we've aligned our InVision products in this way. Our InVision Insight product, our InVision Secure product, along with InVision FM, focus on those three key areas in the facility management lifecycle. And at the center of this is the ability to take GIS and tabular systems from other enterprise applications and promote that to the end users or the stakeholders who need to get to the information, whether it is public facing or whether it is internal in nature, to make those decisions, those financial decisions for maintenance, where do I spend money, capital planning, for those variety of requirements. Our InVision Solution Suite is based on the Esri GIS platform. We utilize Esri technology. The underlying applications are the Esri ArcGIS for server, as well as the geodatabase as our core platform. And on top of that, we build endpoint solutions that address a variety of facility needs. What we do with our InVision Foundation product, which is the underlying platform that our InVision product sits on, that handles a variety of our functionality, as well as our security, our data modeling, our reporting engines, all happen at that level. And then for a variety of business cases, whether it's InVision Insight for things like portfolio management or location analytics, InVision FM, which is where we focus on asset management, space management, those types of information products necessary for day-to-day operations, as well as InVision Secure, which focuses more on situational awareness and emergency pre-planning that helps secure and monitor your spaces. All of these things are built on your GIS data, on your enterprise data coming from a variety of these other systems. So what we can do is we don't try to replace systems that are already working and functional. What we do is we take data from those other systems and bring it into a environment that you can both visualize, report, and make even more meaningful by overlaying that data. And just so you know that you're in good company, there are a variety of already higher education institutions using our InVision software. Some of them are listed here, and I believe Ben will be mentioning during the demonstration, showing some of that as well. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Ben for the demonstration.
Great. Well, thank you, Richard. So as Richard provided an introduction, I'm going to spend the next 15 minutes or so just giving you a closer look at some of the Envision tools in action, the ways that universities are leveraging these tools to support different operations across departments of the organization. Really, at the base of Envision is your data. Universities have a wealth of data, everything from buildings, floor planation, your grounds data, group that information, organize it, and get it in. One of the biggest challenges is often everything from IA drawings, your GIS data, pulling that together into one place and then leveraging Envision Foundation to organize it, to secure it, and also configure applications that can get it in the hands of all the different end users across the campus. So that's really what Envision focuses on at universities. You can focus on your end users. In the Envision suite, there are also quite a few tools to focus more on data, which is a affordable alternative for maintaining building drawings and DWGs, as well as Envision Connect and some of the other tools to help harvest information from existing repositories and systems into your GIS. Update data of your inventory. Two high-level value propositions for Envision. The first are, as Richard mentioned, focused applications. So if you need a visitor map, a very easy way to sort of plug and play using your existing data, any of these public-facing or even internal-facing applications. These are very focused, very specific, whether it's space management or tools for doing your ADA compliance inventory. These sit on top of your existing data and can make use of any of these existing apps to solve a problem. The second value proposition is really about bringing together all the information from across the university. So this is the big picture view. This is a place where you can bring information from your maintenance management systems. We see a lot of organizations with systems like TMA or others. Bring that into the same picture as information about capital planning or scheduling from R25 or 25 Live. Bringing together your security systems, door locks, CCTV cameras. All that information pulled together provides a view, both financially and operationally, that breaks down silos and helps the executives and campus leadership make much better, more informed decisions. So just to give you a real quick sense of some of the universities using Envision, I bring this up because no two universities are alike. We all know that. And everybody starts a little somewhere different, or better put, there's no one right place to start. So organizations like the University of Alabama, Birmingham started on the safety and security side, and they automated import of their floor plans and other door alarm systems and CCTV cameras, really for campus police, and that's primarily what they use it for. We have organizations like Broward College that really just got started with a better visitor map, both mobile and on their website. Organizations like University of Wyoming that really had a need for better space management and reporting, and so that's where they got started. So the focus here is there's not one specific place you have to start. Really look at what your priority is and what your data supports. Start there, and over time you can support many different organizations across campus. So just to look really quickly at some of these different application areas in action. Envision Insight really focuses on the big picture. This doesn't have to be just on your physical portfolio. Oftentimes this is used to understand where your current students are from, where your applicants are from, where your alumni now lives, and support all those relationships and outreach. When we get down to a campus, space is a very critical one for most universities. We have a need to manage space and both roll it up across the campus level so you can understand building utilization, or drill down into floor plans to understand space usage, and departmental assignments, all of your facilities by the type of space, how it was built, or potentially even embedding this management application. And then just pulling together information from their work management system, able to see the locations of real-time in-progress work orders, be able to access historic records, symbolized based on cost or volume completed, all from one easy-to-understand visual application. You can also drill down inside buildings, in this case at Curtin University, where they're using this to understand those rooms that have current outstanding work requests, so they can quickly see where they have to do work throughout a building. You can use it to better understand or visualize specific asset data. Most of the time this is useful when you're trying to go out to work on something and you need to know exactly where it is in a very complex facility environment. There are tools to analyze this data over time, look for trends in where you're doing work or where assets may need more maintenance than others. A lot of times this comes back to complaint calls, hot and cold complaints, other kinds of asset-related trends over time. And then also understanding capital planning, really understanding all the way down to the level of details for the life expectancy or time till replacement or time till max maintenance of everything across your facilities, even in underground utilities, understanding outstanding work orders, flooring pipe, and how long you have until you have to replace it, including the cost of what's it going to take to replace it. Compliance is another big one across universities, whether that is talking about lab inventory compliance, which I know a number of our customers, including University of Washington, have challenges around. It includes environmental, things like asbestos inventories and lead and remediation plans, and being able to understand that information, report on it, go out to the field and inspect it. It, of course, means being able to support both ADA compliance and accessibility for your visitors, whether that's on the desktop or actually out in the field with mobile applications, being able to collect data and perform those inspections, and then share that with your visitors, your students, the people coming to campus. There are quite a few other tools for really managing real estate and other assets that universities acquire over time. These are typically the donated items or the various portfolio that universities accrue over time. Tools for, on the security side, understanding and modeling risk, whether that's at the big picture level based on natural threats or all the way down to prevalence of and quantity of door alarms within buildings over time. There are tools that often get used for creating emergency pre-plans, so understanding all the way down to floor level what to do in the case of emergency, being able to edit and author those things and maintain them over time, and then also share those out with the local first responder community. And as a lot of universities are starting to do, supporting the public safety and police department on campus through the dispatch center. So organizations like Curtin University, pictured here, mentioned before, University of Alabama, Birmingham. This includes integrating all of their CCTV cameras, their building alarm systems, in some cases intercoms, their blue light phones, and the ability to see those, understand the status, launch camera feeds, or pull up real-time information, really leverage all of that from the command center, from the dispatch center, and even mobile out into the field. So the interesting thing is all of those examples I just provided they're all fueled from the same underlying set of data. That one set of floor plans, that one inventory of utilities is making all that possible for all those different users. So there's a great efficiency in being able to focus on leveraging that one data foundation and not recreating it many times for many different users. So I know we have very limited time today, so just to show you a little bit about the tools we provide and are building for you to better leverage your data and administer the application of that, I'll log in really quickly to one of the newer tools from PenBay. This is Envision Foundation. And Envision Foundation has a whole set of new admin tools. So as an Envision user or an admin, you can come in. This is where you register all of your different services and data, so map and feature services, all the data sets that you use across campus. You can develop your entities. This is really where you pull out those building blocks that you're going to need and define them, define all the ways that they can be viewed, define the relationships, those complex relationships between other parts of the campus or other systems. And then you can take those and actually configure different applications yourself. So if we needed to create a new inspection application for ADA compliance, we could ourselves create a new app, set the application security so we know which groups are actually able to see and use this, and then through a configuration assistant actually step through and define everything included in that app. So all of the data that's going to be included, map extents, and then the tools. What can people see? What can they edit? What can they identify or search for when they're out in the field? So this gives you the tools to really create as many of these application instances for users across the university as you need. And again, they're all organized and secured through Foundation, but at the end of the day, this is really just your data being served to those end users in different ways. So when users go out to the field or users drill down to data from the desktop, you're really looking at the same underlying information and are able to drill down wherever the business challenge of the day takes you. And just very quickly, to illustrate that concept, being able to, whether it's drilling down inside buildings to understand particular issues, whether that's space or asset, or drilling down some underground, looking relationally all the way back out to the portfolio view. GIS is really unique in that we use location as the organizing principle for all facility information. So really, sky's the limit when we think of all the different things that you could use to pull together around location. So with that, I know we needed to save a couple minutes for questions at the end, so I will turn this back over to Scott and Richard to open up for questions.
No questions?
So as Ben did, I think, a very good job in explaining and showing and illustrating how Envision is able to be used in a variety of ways for the university community. Again, what's very important to understand is that the idea is to focus on creating data that can be used created once, but used across a variety of applications. And so the whole notion of using Envision to help with that, to help with the data collection, but also the publication to a variety of users based on roles and rules and roles, is very key to our value proposition. The ability to reach out and work with either the facility management organizations or the security organizations or those in planning to provide them with the tools and the data necessary for them to make their decisions, all goes back to helping the facilities organizations and those responsible at the university level to really support the students and the staff and the important work that goes on at the universities and the colleges across the country. And so we at PenBay strive to both create these tools that provide the necessary capabilities. We are also always interested in hearing how we can improve our products to address needs, and that's why we conduct these sorts of presentations, to solicit information, to solicit reactions, as well as to provide and promote our what it is that we can do. One of the things that we did just recently released is a white paper titled Facilities Are Mission Critical for Higher Education Institutions. While some of you may have already downloaded that and reviewed that, that is available on our website, and it's a paper that was done in conjunction with several universities, the University of Massachusetts at Lowell, Penn State University, Curtin University, and the University of Washington, where we discuss some of the issues facing facilities organizations and the drivers and how Facilities GIS can support those activities. And so if you have any questions, please reach out to either Ben or myself, or Scott could easily direct them to us as well. And we very much appreciate this opportunity as a business partner to be able to actually present our solutions in a format. We have participated at the CFTA conferences over the past couple of years, but being able to reach a wider CFTA audience is very much appreciated. So Scott and Michelle, thank you for this brand new opportunity.
Well, I'd like to thank you for coming in and doing a presentation. It was a very interesting presentation today. And we hope to see some more presentations from you guys, hopefully with some customers too, and I think it'll be really interesting. Today's presentation was, I found very interesting. So with that, I guess we will close. I'd like to thank all of our attendees who joined us today, and I would like to thank PenBay for their presentation. The next webinar in the CFTA Business Partner Solutions Showcase is scheduled for 1 p.m. on Tuesday, September 29th of 2015, and the presenter will be Kumar Weratonga with Document Solutions. Kumar will be presenting on corporate archiving and information management. For more information on future webinars in this series, please visit the CFTA website at www.cfta.org. And with that, I'd like to thank everybody and have a good day. Bye.